EasEnglish, your learning program. This is lesson 44 in curso debutante number 1. And the title of this lesson is We Can Make Sounds. We can make sounds. As the title reads, this lesson is about the ability of children to make sounds with their bodies. Let me write this. About children's abilities to make sounds with some parts of their bodies. About children's abilities to make sounds with some parts of their bodies. Now, listen to me. I am going to make some sounds with some parts of my body. Listen. I have made some sounds. So this is the topic of the lesson. Let's go ahead. Primeramente quiero hacer alusión a algunos de los términos que vamos a emplear en esta lección. Y el primero es we. En una lección anterior ya he mencionado ese término e incluso expliqué acerca de su significado, su uso. El segundo término puede ser parts of the body. Parts of the body. Parts of the body. El tercer término es sounds. 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 Esto que hago son sounds. Sounds. And I use parts of my body to make those sounds. El siguiente es make. Make. Make is an action word. An action word that refers to the ability of producing something. Make sounds. Building, constructing, doing something with parts of the body. And the next is the sounds themselves. Clap, snap, pop, etc. Okay? So this is some of the vocabulary that we are going to be using in the lesson. Well, let's begin. Let's begin. Lo que he dicho es let's begin. Estoy invitándolo a hacer algo y ese algo es begin. Cuando usted quiera invitar a alguien a empezar una actividad, dice let's begin, pero usted también está involucrado. Let's begin. Okay? Let's begin. We can clap. We can clap. Recuerde que esta lección es acerca de ability. Ability. The ability to make sounds with parts of the body. The ability to make sounds with some parts of the body. Aquí, uno de estos tres children está hablando de la ability de él o de ella y de sus otros dos compañeros o sus otras dos compañeras para clap. 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 Por eso esa persona dice, we can clap. Y si yo hablo acerca de la ability de ellos para clap, yo digo, they can clap. Lo escribo aquí. They can clap. They can clap. Uno de ellos dice, we can clap. Yo digo acerca de ellos, they can clap. 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 Y voy a introducir una palabra para indicar el instrumento que usan para clap. They can clap. Y esta es la palabra with. With their hands. Their hands. They can clap with their hands. Estoy hablando de cada uno de esos three children y digo acerca de la ability to clap. La ability, no la mía, sino la ability de ellos to clap. Y esta palabra there indica la posesión. La posesión. Esa es una palabra para expresar posesión. Their hands. Hemos usado previamente my, your, ahora their. Y digo que estos children can clap with their hands. ¿Por qué their? Porque no me pertenecen a mí. Tampoco le pertenecen a usted. Le pertenecen a ellos. Their hands. They can clap with their hands. Y tomando el lugar de la persona que habla, yo puedo escribir we can clap with our hands. We can clap with our hands. Ahora yo estoy tomando el lugar de la persona que habla acerca del grupo. Y digo, we can clap with, la palabra para usar el instrumento con que se clap, y the possessive word, our. Yo estoy dentro de ese grupo. Hands, one hand, two hands. One hand, two hands. One hand, two hands. The part of the body that is used for clapping is their hands. Y si yo estoy en el grupo, our hands. Is that right? Let's keep going. We can snap. We can snap. We can snap. Uno de ellos sigue hablando acerca de la ability del grupo para snap. We can snap. And what part of the body is used for snapping? The fingers. Fingers. En cada hand, aquí vimos hand, two hands. I have two hands. You have two hands. This girl has two hands. This girl has two hands, one, two, and this boy has two hands, one, two hands. Y en cada hand tenemos fingers, fingers. Déjeme escribir aquí esa palabra, fingers. En cada hand tenemos fingers. Y en cada hand we have five fingers, five fingers. Cada una de las partes de la hand se llaman fingers. 5 fingers. Entonces, en total, tenemos 10 fingers. 5 en cada hand. 5 in each hand. So, the child says, we can snap. We can snap. We can snap with our fingers. We can snap with our fingers. Fingers. Para ser más preciso, with our fingers. Pero como los fingers están en las hands, podríamos decir también, we can snap with our hands. We can snap with our fingers, or we can snap with our hands. Okay, let's turn to the next page. We can pop. We can pop. We can pop. Pop. Ese sonido yo no lo puedo hacer. Okay? I cannot make this sound. But these children can pop. They can pop. Y uno de ellos está diciendo, we can pop. We can pop. What part of the body do they use for popping? So, they could have said, we can pop with our fingers, otra vez, with our fingers and mouth. Mouth. Mire dónde está el finger. El finger, este finger de este niño está dentro de la mouth. In the mouth. The finger is in the mouth. That's why I am writing, or I have written, we can pop with our fingers and mouths. Tap. Tap. This sound is called tap. Tap. We can tap, dice uno de estos niños. We can tap. 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 We can tap. In what part of the body do they use for tapping? Look. Look, here. Here are two fingers. They use two fingers for tapping. So, they could have said, we can tap with our hands, pero más particularmente with our fingers. With our hands, particularmente with our fingers. We can tap with our fingers. Is that right? Now let's move on to the next page. Here is the sound that they make this time. Rap, rap. And this is the part of the body that they use. What is this part called? Hands. The hand. And these girls, aquí solo tenemos girls, 1, 2, 3 girls, say, we can rap. We can rap. We can rap. Pudo haber dicho, o pudieron haber dicho, we can rap with our hands. ¿Por qué our hands? Porque no son mías, ni son suyas, sino de las girls who are talking this time. We can rap with our hands. We can slap. We can slap. Ese es el siguiente sound. Slap. Slap. Y mire las parts of the body used for slapping. Here are the hands and the thighs. 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 The hands and the thighs. The hands. The hands and the thighs. Mire dónde se ponen las hands. Esa parte del cuerpo donde los niños ponen las hands para este sonido se llama thighs. Thighs. Let me try this. Thigh. Thigh is for 1. Thighs for 2. So, they could have said, we can slap with our hands and thighs. 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 Escuche como I am slapping with my hands and thighs. ¿Puedo oírlo? I slapped with my hands and thighs. Okay, let's go on. Stomp. Stomp. We can stomp. We can stomp. Uno de ellos dice we can stomp, hablando acerca del grupo. We can stomp. Y mire aquí en este círculo, the parts of the body that are used for stomping y cómo este child stomps. We can stomp. And what parts of the body do they use for stomping? 1, 2 feet. 2 feet, 2 feet, feet. Uno se llama foot y los dos se llaman feet. Let me write about this. 1 foot, 2 or 3 or more feet. Cuando se refiere a más de uno, se llama feet. Cuando se refiere a más de uno, se usa la palabra feet. Y para uno, solamente foot. Entonces, ese niño pudo haber dicho, we can stomp with our feet. The part of the body used for stomping is our feet. We can stomp with our feet. And last, we can make sounds. We can make sounds. Here, we can see children making different kinds of sounds with parts of their bodies. So, they could have said, we can make sounds with parts of our bodies. Can you make sounds with parts of your bodies? Let me write these questions. Can you, estoy preguntándole a usted acerca de la habilidad. Can you make sounds with parts of your bodies? Can you? What sounds can you make with parts of your body? Can you stomp? Let me write this other question. Can you stomp? Can you rap? Estoy preguntándole si usted tiene la habilidad para hacer esos sounds with parts of your body. Can you clap? This is very easy. Clapping is very easy. Can you pop? Can you slap? Okay. En cuanto a mí concierne, I can clap, stomp, rap, slap, but I cannot pop. I cannot pop. Okay? Now, we are moving on to the activities. We are going to have 2 activities in this lesson. We are going to have 2 activities in this lesson. Estoy hablando de un evento futuro. Futuro, casi que inmediato en este caso. We are going to have. Usted ya conoce este verbo. Have. We're going to have 2 activities in this lesson. And this is activity number 1. You see pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures. Pictures that illustrate sounds that children can make with parts of their body. Sounds. Here, this illustration refers to popping. Pop. Pop. Snap. Tap. Stomp. 4 sounds. Then the pictures illustrate 4 different sounds. 4 different sounds. And in this table, we can see parts of the body: hands, feet, and other. Esto no se refiere a una específica part of the body, sino a cualquier otra part of the body diferente de hands and feet. So, what parts of the body are used for making these 4 different sounds? We are going to drag the pictures from this part into the table to illustrate what parts of the body are used for making these different sounds. Is that right? Usted puede haberlo hecho ya mentalmente, teniendo en cuenta el nombre de los sounds and the parts of the body that the children use for making those different sounds. Let's see. Here you are. 4 different pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Illustrating 4 different sounds we can make with parts of our bodies. Here, snap, snap, tap, stomp, and pop. Déjeme escribirlos. También voy a poner números, a identificar cada picture con un número y luego escribo el sound correspondiente. Is that right? Let me do it. Here, number 1, snap. Number 2, stomp. Number 3, pop. And number 4, tap. Now, we are going to say what parts of the body we use for making these sounds. Okay, we. You and me. Ustedes y yo. We. What parts of the body you and I, es decir, we, use for making these sounds. Is that right? Let's do it. Voy a escribirlo. Usted también escríbalo. Siguiendo los ejemplos de la primera parte de la lección. Number 1. We snap with our hands. Number 2. We stomp with our feet. Number 3. We pop with our hands. ¿Y por qué no? And mouths. We pop with our hands and mouths. And number 4, we tap with our hands, o particularmente with our fingers. In these sentences, we are referring to the parts of the body we use for making 4 different sounds. Okay, now let's move on to the next activity. Una de las actividades que hasta aquí hemos hecho enfatiza en la letra inicial de palabras. For example, cup begins in C. Cat begins in C. Map begins in M. Ship begins in S. Fan begins in F. Top begins in T. Este ejercicio, a diferencia de esos otros, enfatiza in the final letter, final letters of the words, final letter. Para hacerme entender mejor, voy a resaltar el final letter, la final letter de cada palabra en esta hoja de trabajo. Ya se los presentaré a continuación. Here you are. The final letter in this word is the P. The final letter is the T. The final letter is the P. The final letter is the P. Final letter is P. The final letter is N. The final letter is E. The final letter is N. The final letter is P. The final letter is G. The final letter is N. And the final letter is P. This exercise is about words whose final letter is the P. In other words, this activity is about words that finish or end in P. So, this activity is about words that finish or end, eso es otra manera de decir finish, in the P sound. P sound. P sound es para la letra P. This activity is about words that end in the P sound. So, which words end in P sound? We can see cup. This is a cup. Cut. This is a cut. Map. This is a map. Cap. This is a cup. Ship. This is a ship. Fan. This is a fan. Mouse. Here is a mouse. Pin. Here is a pin. Top. This is a top. Pig. This is a pig. Sun. This is the sun. Soap. Here is soap. Let me say the words again. Cup, cat, map, cup, ship, fan, mouse, pin, top, pig, sun, soap. Then, on this side, on the right side, I'm going to make a sentence about words that end in the P sound. So, cup, map, cap, ship, top, and soap, and in B sound. Or I could say that cup, map, cap, ship, top, and soap, and in the letter P. Otra manera de decirlo. No haciendo énfasis en el sound, sino in the letter. And the other sentence about words that do not end in P sound is cat, fan, mouse, pin, pig, and sand do not end in P sound or do not end in the letter P. Let's say that again. Cup, map, cap, ship, top, and soap end in P sound. O dicho de otra manera, cup, map, cap, ship, top, and soap end in the letter P. And the next sentence, cat, fan, mouse, pen, pig, and sun do not end in P sound or do not end in the letter P. Well, my dear students, I think this is all for now. It's been nice to talk to you again, and I hope to talk to you in the next lesson. Goodbye.